not chasing a ghost, just the utility that matters the most. It's not about the trend or the overnight scheme. It is about the clarity of a global dream. Utility and logic, the end game is inside. Moving through the darkness toward a digital light. We're peeling back the layers of the old world ways. Counting down the minutes of the legacy days.
YouTube. Let's see if the verbiage is here.
Working?
It's the verbiage. All right, let's get that. Bitcoin to PD Coin is in the house.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday.
All right, I got a question for y'all. Can you see on the description the hoodie option to click on? If you can, let me know, please, because it's finally live. In addition to that, if you can see on TheIntroToCrypto.com/ should be there for you to look up. Oh, we got a problem here. One of the channels isn't. Hold on a second. Streaming. I'm getting a red flag on something here.
So at least we got some music going now, Dave.
Hold on a second. We got streaming. Something's red. Bitcoin and PD Coin. See it on YouTube. No delivery for UK. Really? You're saying to me I can't deliver this to the UK? That's not even. Is that right? There should be free shipping. There's a link for free shipping also that should come up automatically. Bitcoin to PD Coin, can you verify it for me? Because I apologize. Let me just shut the music off for a second. All right, my apologies with the music. Let me just check this out. Why would it not allow to ship to the UK?
I thought you said it was pretty much worldwide.
I thought it was anywhere I thought it was anywhere and everywhere. That's a problem. USA only. Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to find a way to get you that sweatshirt, hoodie, by will or by force, directly to you. I'm going to find out how this works. That is absolutely bananas. Why would it only be for the USA? This is making me bananas. I hate not knowing.
That's okay. We're living and learning, right?
Living and learning.
First time.
Bitcoin the PD Coin. I promise you, I'm going to get you on there. Uncle Buster's back in the house. And Bitcoin the PD Coin, thank you so much for letting me know. Again, just uploaded the TheIntroToCrypto.com/hoodie option. I just found out from Bitcoin the PD Coin that it only says for the USA. That I'm going to fix. I promise you. That is my goal for between now and Monday. And I promise to make that happen. I also should be free shipping for you on that hoodie. There's a link in the discount code. It's TheIntroToCrypto. Should be your.
It showed up automatically. Just to let you know, that link that you sent me, it was right there. It was already there. That link was right below for the code.
Awesome. And Uncle Buster, great show you had. That was a great show you had on. Was it Tuesday night? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday night? I watched the show. It was a long one. You guys are having some fun over there. I was multitasking as I was watching the show.
I saw that.
I'm going to make sure I watch it back again. And I want to know, do you bring people on the show, or are those your guys that always have on the show? A great group of people. Love the dynamics. Great information. And you guys haven't seen it before, Uncle Buster is definitely a show to watch on YouTube. A lot happening today. Kind of crazy that's been happening with the world of in crypto. All right, before we even start, this is not financial advice. As you know, this is a realtor and a mortgage broker in the world introducing you to cryptocurrency, digital assets, learning together with a world of amazing people that we love and appreciate. We thank you so much for always joining us. If you have any thoughts or ideas, please feel free to shoot them out to us. None your business, brah, is back in the show. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. And again, love you all so much. Very excited about what's going on in the industry. Although it seems like it's everything going nosedive down, it actually is starting to pick up its nose.
It's starting to feel that way to me. I mean, granted, there's still a lot going on in the world right now.
A lot going on, a lot to come, a lot to see, and a lot happening. Bitcoin to Petey Coin says, I've been seeing a lot about real estate and crypto, obviously tokenization. Yeah, absolutely. Mike can touch on that for sure. And None Your Business, bro, says, thanks for everything. Glad I found this channel. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Michael, talk a little about real estate and crypto.
I think we're going to be seeing, he's seeing it now a little bit on real estate. I think we're going to be seeing it across the board. I was listening to Jake talking about it, and everything is just, I think you're going to be hearing about tokenization across the board on everything in the next 12 months.
Well, especially the fact that our highlighted information today has to do with Kraken. Like, who knew Kraken was as big as it was? Did you know that?
I did not know.
I did not know Kraken had such a footprint in the industry of digital assets and crypto. Uncle Buster, we start out with me and Zerk and Nerdy X. Then after 20 minutes, we drop the gates and let whoever wants to join on. Uncle Buster, when is the next show, please? So we can all know about that. I wanted Jill to jump on and have some fun with you guys. Maybe Mike wants to jump on there too.
I was already subscribed, but I didn't have it for all. So I just switched them to all this afternoon, just now.
Yes. Deplore Badass, you are the best, my friend. One of the first people to order our sweatshirt is Deplore Badass. I want to thank you so much for being with us. Yeah. Thank you so much for your loyalty and your conviction. We appreciate you again. We just dropped that hoodie. Means the world to us. Thank you so much.
Number one,
my friend. None of your business, bro. I love Kraken, even though I cold storage. So Kraken banking, the Kraken banking arm, Kraken Financial is granted a Federal Reserve master account, giving it direct access to the U.S. Federal Reserve payment system. That's mind-blowing. Uncle Buster says 11 a.m. PST, Pacific Central Time, Pacific Standard Time.
Yep.
All right. Which is 9/11, I think, in Connecticut Northeast, if I remember correctly. So definitely going to be watching, and good to watch and know.
9 o'clock tonight, you mean, or in the morning?
It's going to be Sunday. Sunday, 9 a.m. For us, it'll be 9/11 a.m. Let's just set it for at 9 o'clock in the morning. You're on there.
Perfect.
So some talking. Okay. The Fed payment system processed roughly 4+ trillion per day. Kraken just gained access to the infrastructure. This means Kraken can now plug directly into the system like FedWire, U.S. Central Bank, settlement rails, the same payment network used by commercial banks and credit unions. Absolutely stunning. Deplorable Badass says, I buy my XRP on Kraken and my XRPZ on Schwab. I like that. On Schwab. Good to know. My son, who just got the opportunity, he works for the JW Marriott in Aventura, Florida. And so he was now, after 6 months being there, was able to get the 401k started. And I said to him, Danny, make sure you look and see if you can get your, whether it's going to be XRP, Bitcoin, or Ethereum. I'm not, because they work with Fidelity. Right. So I'm not sure if Fidelity has all the options to look into. Blade is back over here.
Hey, Blade.
Like I said before, all pieces have to be put in place for the digital world. That's 3 major crypto companies. And none of your business, Kraken has an active HBAR promotion right now. Trade $100 for a chance, part of 2 million HBAR. Wow. All right. So I'm definitely going to be opening up a Kraken account. I think I actually started to open one up in the middle of like some other things, but I never got to finish it. So thank you for sharing on your business, brah. That's really good information for all of us to know, to open up a Kraken account and to look at options available. Let's see. Uncle Buster says, my first buy was on Kraken in 2017. I had no clue what I was doing. You know, the fact that you were smart enough to be there, whoever recommended you to be there, was a godsend. I mean, if it happened by accident,
2017, that's Got me beat by 3 years.
I mean, the questions are, for example, Uncle Buster, when you got into crypto, who was that friend of yours that landed in your lap or talked to you about crypto, right? Are they still in crypto? Did they sell it all or are they still in it, right?
Yeah,
2017 today.
That's a good question.
The plural beta says, LOL, I have Fidelity account too, and yes, they have XRPZ. You're awesome, bro.
Really?
I love it. That's so good to know. So I'm going to let my son know that he can get XRPZ on Fidelity.
That would be awesome. I typically on a 401k, they give you a certain section. They don't give you the full plethora of options.
It was funny because I was looking, he sent me a link to show me all these things. And I go, Danny, I can't tell what all these labels
funds.
of funds.
Yeah, these funds.
So I didn't know what the fund was. Is it a specific fund? I'm guessing it's called XRPZ as you mentioned.
That's the ETF. That's an ETF.
Yeah. Uncle Buster says, didn't know anybody, just came across Ripple on my own. Wow. That's impressive. Yeah. The fact that you came across this on your own back in 2017 and you stuck with it and you've been in it and you were convicted from the moment you got into it, or at least you.
What was the price back then? I want to know what the price was back in 2017. Like, what was the lowest he saw since I mean, I could tell you the lowest I saw was about 25 or 30 cents.
No kidding.
In 2020. So I'm just curious what the low was that he saw since 17.
And I remember, I saw it drop from 70 cents down to 35 cents. And I was in shock. I was on a cruise and you had just gotten me involved in it. And I'm like, oh my God, we stopped at a port and I had a couple of dollars.
I remember.
And I said, Mike, I just bought some XRP at 35 cents. Had I known, I mean, could you just know that you bought it this cheap? If you would have known how much to buy, Uncle Buster says 17 cents.
17.
Wow, that's
nice.
crazy. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, to know that you could have bought, but nobody, I bet you that, again, I'm not sure, I should say I bet you, but anybody who's been in it since 2017 or even earlier, were you buying it heavy? Were you buying it like, bits and pieces? Kind of, did you buy $100 worth, $50 worth? Again, you don't have to tell us what you bought.
So at 17, did he watch it go up to the $3 and then back down?
Well, I would say yes, because he's been in it since 17.
Or I wasn't sure did he get in after? I can't remember what year that was. I wasn't sure. I'd have to look at a graph to
when
see.
It jumped up and down so dramatically.
When it went way up to the all-time high and then pulled back. So I was just curious because there was a lot of millionaires made during that time.
There were a lot of
made and lost.
Right. Well, you know what? Again, from that standpoint of, you just made a good point. So people who sold out and made them millionaires, are they still millionaires today? Did they burn through it? Did they live a better life because of it and know how to invest it correctly? The one thing that we learn from Jake all the time, and he talks about, is how to start preparing your life to think like a millionaire and how to really get that mindset because of what's going to come and what's going to be, right? Like those are the dreams we have. Yep. I never thought about how to live my life in the future.
Well, according to Jake,
yes,
he's still saying, I listened to him from last night. He was like, with what's going on right now in the Straits of Hormuz and so forth, he says, if you have 10,000, you're going to be very wealthy probably within the year, is what he said. Take it with a grain of salt. He says $100, $100 to $1,000. He threw it out again. He says, everything is lining up. Just for the record, that's what he's talking about.
The bubbles going. The problem is he gets the bubbles going, right? And then you're like, you get like that whole dramatic wave of emotions. Uncle Buster says, yes, I thought I had years to get them. 3 months later, it was $3.85.
Wow.
And then he says, so after it came back down, I started going really hard, March 2018, all in. I mean, that's such an amazing conviction to have at such an early time in XRP and crypto digital assets. Granted, at 2008, where was Bitcoin at that time period? I mean, it started at like a couple bucks or a couple cents, and it went up to what? Was it a couple thousand at that point in 18? I don't even know.
In 18, I can't remember.
The point is that that one guy's back, and he says, Jake said, come on, guys. I'm only 90 days off.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
99.99999. Yeah. Oh my God, that's awesome. That's funny. I mean,
that is what he said.
Listen, we have to love Jake for all the good and the bad. And
he creates a lot. He has created a lot of conviction. I said to you the other day when we were talking, whether it's right or wrong for when it actually happens, Bearable Bull has created conviction for me.
Veritable bull. Love Bearable
Okay.
Bull. Yes.
Jake has created conviction for me.
Yes.
24-hour crypto, great conviction sell.
I love it.
You know,
Also.
so
Yes.
so one of the, so we needed these kind of, I mean, if we had none of these kind of guys, I think a lot of us probably would have sold out.
And today we have Uncle Buster, who's also creating conviction
There
and
you
having
go.
some fun at the same
I haven't
time.
heard him yet, but I will.
Good show. I was watching it and I got interrupted my daughter, and then it was bad stuff, whatever. Nunya Bizbra said Uphold is great for getting XRP. I do my direct deposit for free on XRP. I also use Gemini card to get XRP for all my purchases. Very helpful when I can get to buy, or when I can't buy. I will agree with you, Nunya Bizbra, with Uphold a lot. I love it because I got the Uphold debit card, which was a phenomenal no-brainer. I mean, it's a debit card. You just put money there, you spend it. They gave you 6% in the beginning for the first 3 months. Now it's, I think, 4% across the board. And now my credit card bills are so much lower because I use that. I also have the Gemini credit card as well. Getting back to you, I love the Gemini credit card. I'm with you on that 100%, where I use that for my everyday purchases. So my credit card used to be like JetBlue and all the airline miles, which I had, but now it's all crypto specific. I'm with you 100% on your Bizbra. Love the XRP. And you mentioned, hold on, he said the direct deposit earning like 3.75%. Our buddy Chris was also, he introduces that thing over there. I need to do direct deposit, but I don't get like a direct deposit as a realtor. We just get like a check when you have a closing. I got to see how to make that happen. But you don't
get an actual check, don't you? There is an ACH payment into your account.
Yeah, it's a.
I wonder if you'd get credit for that.
I wonder. Yeah, I have to find that out. Bitcoin to PD Coin says, I've come up with a real estate crypto name and bought the web domain. I love it. That's brilliant. That is wicked brilliant. I'm excited to hear about it when you're ready. And it'll probably be the future of real estate. Are you in real estate, by the way? Another question. Are you in real estate at all yourself? Be happy to learn more about that from you.
You wanted me to add that thing. I wanted the other day, I told you I was in Florida last weekend.
Yes.
And it's sort of funny because I was there with two guys that both have XRP. So it was the three of us, right?
Yes.
And it was sort of funny because we're sitting eating dinner, and we're looking out at a yacht club, and we see this guy. He's in a yacht, and he's eating. While we're all eating at the restaurant, his yacht, the back end is facing us,
right?
And he's got his girl, and he young. I'd say they're probably in his 30s.
Yeah, and
he was, eating his meal on the yacht while we're all looking at him. He's
the center of attention. Yes.
So it's sort of funny.
XRP in the back of the boat?
It did not, but it was sort of funny because that was sort of the conversation that we had, is that my friend is like, yeah, man, if this XRP finally can move, maybe we can actually be one of those. And I said to him, I said, if it doesn't happen in our lifetime, you're looking at your kids and your grandchildren all living like that on that yacht. God forbid we want it to be our way.
Right. Absolutely.
You're setting up generational wealth here, guys. So
absolutely. Let's see over here. I got Bitcoin to PD Coin says I've come. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I read that part. Nunya Bizbra says each paycheck gets me about 200 XRP. Wow. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
That is so. So I got XRP did a drop again, and it let me know that I got I guess it's every month what happens after how much you spend. And, I try to use my debit card as much as I can. So I keep moving the money from my bank account at TD into Uphold, at piece at a time.
Yeah.
I want to be able to pay bills with my Uphold, but you can't with your Uphold debit card. You cannot pay a lot of bills with it. It's a little wonky sometimes how that works, which is interesting. Not sure if you've had the same experience. And again, if any of you haven't used the Uphold platform, it's a great platform for earning free XRP. It's money you're spending anyway. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So I love the Gemini card. Have you guys had any other credit cards out there that you've used for crypto? I know there was originally the first one that was always the Bitcoin credit card that I had seen a lot. And then they kind of went with Gemini to the XRP one. And as a matter of fact, you can actually switch your account from XRP. there's like a bunch of different coins you can use with the Gemini card to buy into, which I thought was very cool. Also, Uncle Buster says it's closer than we think. Though. You guys will be on a yacht. Oh God, amen. And Nunya Bizbro, and it's 100%. Love it. Nunya Bizbra says, same issue. I have to move my money back from Chase. Yeah. So I want to make it so that it's easier. I mean, listen, it's an extra function. It's extra. How about this? I go to buy something. Oh, I pull debit card, and it gets denied. And I'm like, what do you? Now I'm embarrassed. I'm like, why did it get denied? I'm like, oh crap! I have to move the money over. Like, I didn't have funds in there. So
that was one of the things that I always said with you is that, the whole debit card thing, I'd rather have it be a credit card than a debit. That's sort of my thing.
Well, the credit card is easier for sure. Because you just, your monthly payment, it comes, I set it up for it to be an auto payment from my statement. Bitcoin, the PD Coin says, I have to break it up. I have to break it up to put on here. YouTube won't allow it. I have to break it up to put it on here. YouTube won't. Oh, because the name is so large. If that's what you're saying, I by the way, I'm going to be changing
so large
the name of the real estate company.
Oh,
I think
gotcha.
they're talking about. I'm going to be changing our YouTube face because right now it's kind of mixed with real estate, as you guys know. I'm going to take the real estate side off it completely, and I don't want to confuse anybody here. So it won't see the lion there. It won't see our big team over there. It's going to be a picture of you and I in the picture over there with the intro to crypto. That's the plan for changing.
As long as you don't lose subscribers, Dave. We need the 1,000. Are we at 1,000?
We're at 990. One more thing I found. We're at 990 as of last week. 990 right now. Which
Come on, who's going to give us that 1,000?
Well, hold on. There's one more part that I realized that I went to go find out about this whole. I wanted to put the link for the sweatshirt, and there's so many layers there that I didn't know about. So you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have, I think it's 4,000 hours of watched hours on the thing here. I'm like, what do you mean 4,000 hours I have to have for 4,000? So it may still delay me in what I can do with the YouTube, just an FYI. And I have to start putting up more shorts on YouTube in order to get more hours watched. So again, I'm learning this slowly, so please forgive me. I'm going to be putting the link for the sweatshirt, the hoodie. I apologize. Bitcoin, the PD Coin says over here, hold on. Deplorable Badass says, not in my future. Yikes. Hold on. I'm sorry. Back up. I'm reading a little farther down. I'm sorry.
Not in this future?
A yacht in my future, but I wouldn't turn down dinner on one yacht, on your yacht soon. Amen. Not in my future. Yikes. Listen, Deplorable Badass, I will say to you that if I ever have a yacht, knock on wood, one day, it would be something to enjoy. I would like to have the ability to invite our community to. My plan, my hope one day is to get to meet everybody, and not to mention maybe go to an XRP event and get to meet people there.
Mm-hmm.
I know Atlantic Living, he keeps asking us if we're going to be there. A yacht would be great to have as long as you have somebody who knows how to drive it and take care of it at that point.
I'm not a yacht guy. I can't even get my wife on a cruise.
I love
my wife will not cruise.
Bitcoin, the PD Coin says, crypto cry biz. I'm going to read this wrong and he's going to mad. I apologize. Crypto cry BZ. Crypto cry biz. Is that
cry babies? Is it cry babies?
Oh, cry babies. Maybe that's what it is. Cry biz. What says crypto CRYBZ. Crypto biz. If we're not phonetically spelling it out, reading correctly, oh my God. That one guy says 1,000 subs week. 1,000 subs week of XRP pump. Perfect timing. Absolutely. Uncle Buster says, we'll blast you guys out on Sunday. That would be awesome, brother. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. And Bitco, the PD Coin says,
maybe he can help us get up to 1,000 subscribers.
Oh my God. Uncle Buster, you're awesome, my friend. These guys, you can watch these guys. I felt like it was like crypto and comedy. They were just hilarious. They were like, I felt like I was in my, like in my living room, kind of, it's much more chill. Not that we're not chill, but they're super chill. And they got a bunch of guys that pop.
You mean they don't have sweatshirts that have to match?
Actually, my sweatshirt's on the side. I took the sweatshirt off because it was hot. But yeah,
But I'm just teasing.
it was good stuff. I want to. It's a show's like 2 hours. It went 2 hours and some change. I'm like, oh my god, that's a lot of information there. I couldn't believe I'm gonna.
And he does it once a week.
I think he does twice a week. And twice a week because he did it on Uncle Buster. Help me out with what days you do it, please. I know you got the Sunday show. Today's Thursday, so I want to say Tuesday night was a show. Bitcoin to PD Coin says cribs. All right, now cribs, crypto cribs. I love it. That is great. So that's gonna be the real estate company, Crypto Cribs. Blade says, hey, dry powder on the side, waiting for XRP to go down more. We'll scoop up. I actually heard somebody say to me, or not to me, but I read something somewhere that it actually might go down even lower.
And I said that today.
I couldn't tell you because I haven't looked at it all day today. Uncle Buster says we can get you 100 subs.
Oh my gosh, that would be wonderful.
That would be amazing.
Oh yeah,
I would love that. That was so generous of you, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate the help. And Bitcoin to PD Coin says,
XRP's not bad.
Cribs,
it's still $1.40.
Cribs. Yes, I got it right now. Cribs. So it's going to be, just for the record, the real estate company is going to be called, and you just pull it back up, Crypto Cribs. Crypto Cribs. I like it.
I like that.
That's a great little podcast right there. Crypto Cribs.
Yeah, and he's got that name, so that's pretty good.
I like it a lot. That is brilliant. Someone's going to end up want to buy it. You're going to make a lot of money just on the name of that. That's a great website. Uncle Buster says XRP boardroom Tuesday, 5:55 p.m. Write that down. The boardroom, yes. So it's Tuesday,
5:55.
5:55 p.m. and that's Pacific.
See, Dave, he's organized. He can actually go on the same time when he wants to.
Sunday. Hold on.
You say you want to start at 5 o'clock, and we're at like 5:15, 5:30.
Well, and the funny thing is, it's Sunday, 11:11 Pacific Central. He calls it coffee time. I love it. Coffee time, 11:11 Pacific time, which would be for us 9 a.m. Right? And on Tuesdays at 5:50. Wait, hold on a second.
No,
it's ahead.
It's 8:11.
I apologize.
It's 8:11. If it's 11:11, it's 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. It's 3 hours ahead.
He's 3 hours ahead?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So 8:11. Get your ass up. Sunday morning.
Oh my God, that's crazy. All right, because you're at 9:50. Hold on. Tuesday night I think it was 8:55. Now it's 8:55, and no, it's 3 hours ahead. So
it'd be 2:55.
He's at 2:11.
You said 5:55.
So that's
2:55.
8:55 and 2:11.
No, wrong way. You guys subtract 3 hours.
No, he's ahead. Pacific, is that ahead or it's behind?
Pacific.
Oh my God.
No, Dave, it's 3. No, Pacific. If it's 5 o'clock Pacific, it's 3 o'clock. It's 3 us.
All right. Do me a favor, Uncle Buster, because I don't want to be any more silly than I already am on standing over here. If you're in the East Coast, what time are your podcasts for us, please, if you don't mind? Thank you so much to clarify. And Bitcoin to PD Coin says already been offered $5,000 for it.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. So smart. You're gonna guarantee you get $100,000 offer for that website. Where did
you get that? I mean, where did you take that out? You know,
maybe with the GoDaddy or something.
That's my question. Yeah. Was it GoDaddy? I'm just curious.
But it doesn't matter where you buy it from, because if you have it, you have it.
I'm just
curiosity. Yeah, that's interesting though. Good stuff.
Fascinating.
Great, love it. And that one guy says crypto bros gonna outbid all combers. Crypto bros gonna outbid all combers. What does that mean, that one guy? I'm so sorry. And Blade says, with the war going on, markets are unstable, and the fact that the government is taking, hold on a second, just jumped up over here. The government's taking their sweet time for the crypto bill. I think it will go down. And then Uncle Buster says, I'm in the West Coast. So he's like in California time, which means he's 3 hours behind us, which means it's 3 hours ahead of us. We're 3 hours ahead.
Right.
My sister's in California.
So if it's 5 o'clock, it's going to be 2 o'clock there.
No, we're 3 hours ahead of him. He's in the West Coast. They're 3 hours behind us. He's 8:55 p.m. on Tuesday and 2:11 p.m. on Sunday on the East Coast. Yeah, see, there you go, Uncle Buster, 8:55 East Coast. Thank you. And Bitcoin the PD Coin says, hold on. Bitcoin the PD Coin says IONOS. Ion OS. Bitcoin the PD code. Help me out, buddy. What does that mean? IONOS. IONOS. Am I reading that wrong? I'm sorry, my friend. And Carlos Moto's back in the show. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening from Brazil. Big hug, everyone. The day of the party is almost here. Amen and hallelujah.
I'm feeling it.
Loving it. Okay, Uncle Buster said 2:11 on Sunday Eastern. I was right.
All right, my bad. I'm sorry.
I thought I was losing my.
No, I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
It's all good, buddy. That one guy says crypto bros win housing bids. Yes. Listen, I think now after seeing this Kraken thing, things are going to move much faster than I expected. I really feel much more shock and excitement from it. Let's just get back into some of the things about that.
I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, Ripple has an application in for it. Hasn't been approved with Ripple yet.
Right. Of course. I can't believe Ripple doesn't have it yet, but Kraken does.
I'm shocked
by that.
I'm a little surprised by that.
Let's see. Bitcoin the PD Coin says that's where I sorted the website. Oh, he sorted the website from this place called IONOS. Got it. Now,
okay.
Remember, he is in the UK.
Okay.
So I don't know if they have the same things as over here. Like back here, we have something called GoDaddy, where you buy websites from. So I wonder, actually, no matter where in the world, it has to be like locked up. You can't.
Yeah, he must have locked it.
I love that you locked it up. That was brilliant.
I wonder what the cost was to do that. I'd love to know.
It's not that expensive to buy a website.
No, I know. What, a couple $100?
No, it's like $20 to buy it for like 3 years. It's not
3 years. Then at the end of 3 years, what can you redo it?
You can do it. You can do it for 5 years or 10 years. It's not that expensive to buy a website.
You know, it's funny. It almost reminds me of the old days when people used to buy the .com names before, and they made a lot of money.
Yes.
Now it's almost like now the crypto thing could be doing the same exact thing.
Bitcoin and PD coin cost me now. I don't know how to read that. That's a European. Like it cost me like one. What is it? What is
That's a euro.
€1 for the year. Then 15.
Wow.
Yeah. So
€1.
€1.
Dirt cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap to own. It's cheap to own a website. It's honestly not that. You would think it'd be more expensive. They actually try to get you on the upsell of buying more. I typically buy websites for 10 years because what happens is you do it in the point where you don't want to forget it. You know what I mean? They'll send you alerts to remind you to up it, but if you don't, you're dead. You know, and there are people out there looking for your websites to buy. So as soon as it comes available, they get alerted if it comes available. That's important to know. Bitcoin the P count says £1. And Deplorable Badass says over 49 million ETF flows today. Supply shock has to be soon. Yeah, I was reading something about the supply shock also. We were talking about this last week. It's funny. Every time we leave the show, right? I get home, I go to Google, and all of a sudden I get pounded with all this XRP information after the show. And I'm like, speaking of pounds, no pun intended. Right. Let me just get back in this Kraken stuff. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Keep going.
Crypto now sits inside the U.S. banking system. This is the first time a crypto native institution has direct access to the same infrastructure banks use daily. In simple terms, crypto just plugged in the central bank. Faster fiat, crypto settlement. Kraken can now move USD instantly through the Fed system instead of relying on partner banks. That means faster withdrawals, faster deposits, institutional level settlement. Thinking about that whole thing, all I think about is XRP. Banks, XRP. Banks, XRP.
I was saying to you earlier,
yes,
when we talk about it, I said this was a wet dream 5 years ago, and now it's here. You know what I'm saying? That this was a dream that just was like someday.
I don't even think 2 years ago that we believed that would be a bank that soon.
No.
I thought it would honestly take much longer. I thought
it would be the Biden administration.
Right. I thought it would be 2030 before we would see a bank even close to being close to a crypto bank.
And here we are.
I'm looking forward to seeing Kraken open up banks now throughout the country.
Why would they?
Because
everything's virtual.
Yeah, that is
all
true.
Virtual.
That is
why would you be opening up?
It would be the same reason why all banks are open up in different towns and cities. You want to walk in, you'll want to be able to do a transaction.
That's the old generation. The new generation coming in, they don't really want it, which is the Kraken customers.
That's a good
Kraken
point.
customers probably don't want to walk in anywhere. They want to do everything on their phone.
And it's funny you mentioned about doing it with their phone. My buddy Pat, I'll never forget the first time he goes, "You go to the bank to deposit a check?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I just do it from my phone." I'm like, "How do you do it?" Because I take a picture of the check and it deposits in my account. I'm like, "What? How does that happen?" And then the first time I did it, I was scared. I was like, "Is the money really there?" When I took the picture, I couldn't believe how fast that was.
Funny Talk about technology, guys. There's a perfect example.
Absolutely,
how things are changing.
Bitcoin, the PD coin says GBP, and GBP can help me out, brother.
British pound.
Oh, Great British Pound. Okay, and Bitcoin, the PD coin says real estate XRP. I mean, it's going to be all about real estate. Uncle Buster says, don't completely discount that crypto can't go without regulations. I would definitely agree with you on that. There's definitely going to be regulations. And the question is, how many regulations and what kind of regulations and what do they settle on the regulations for sure? And Bitcoin, the PD coin says, Trump has said, F you to the banks. He did say that. He's been trying to get his own bank charter. As a matter of fact, you had pulled up some other
World Financial.
Yep.
They're one of the ones that are in line for that bank charter.
I'm just amazed that.
Did we have that list, by the way? The whole list of them.
We did not print it out. I don't believe. I'm gonna double check over here. Let's see.
It's okay, but it was World Financial.
When a company operates inside the Federal Reserve payment network, it signals regulatory legitimacy, institutional compliance, banking grade infrastructure. This opens the door for XRP style infrastructure. If the firms like Ripple or others get a similar access, it could create crypto settlement plus bank rails and blockchain liquidity. Experts already speculate that Ripple could pursue similar access, which they're already trying to do that, right? Crypto firms seeking U.S. national trust bank charters. Ready? A wave of companies include Ripple National Trust Bank, Circle, the First National Digital Currency Bank, BitGo Bank and Trust, Fidelity Digital Assets, Paxos Trust Company. These approvals allow them to operate as federal trust banks for digital assets, custody, settlement, tokenization assets. Firms that have applied pursuing charters include Coinbase, Crypto.com,
there it is,
Bridge, which is Stripe's stablecoin unit, Zero Hash, Revolut, and World Liberty Financial Trump Link DeFi project.
Yep.
It's we got some more stuff over here. Bitcoin the PD coin says XRP is the only one with legal clarity. So, it's an interesting point. Legal clarity, but they don't have the bank first, but Kraken does. I'm a little confused by that. What are your thoughts?
Well,
what are your thoughts?
I mean, that's it. I mean, the clarity is different than the banking license.
I just come up with an answer. Because Ripple is also a coin, Kraken is not a coin, correct?
Well, Ripple is not a coin either.
Ripple, right? Sorry, XRP is the right. That's a good point. I screwed that up. So Ripple being the bank and XRP being the coin, but Kraken doesn't have their own coin, do they?
No, not that I know.
Maybe a stable coin coming out, but not necessarily a coin.
Not that I know of.
And I wonder
if a lot of those exchanges do have them. Like BitTrue had BTR, they had one. So some of these. But they exchanges do have their own coins. Exactly.
But if we go back to this again, the list of the banks over here, what did I just do over here? So we have before Bridge. Where's that paper? Did I screw that up? Did I give it to you?
Put it on the bottom. Right here. Flip it on the bottom.
There we go. So Coinbase doesn't have a coin. Crypto.com.
Coinbase does have a coin.
Do they really?
Yeah.
What's their coin?
I don't remember the name, but Coinbase does have a coin.
Okay, interesting. Crypto.com, I don't know that it has a coin. Bridge, I don't think has a coin. Zero Hash, is that a coin?
I don't know.
I think that there's some relevance here that Kraken and these institutes becoming the first U.S. bank, right? The Federal Reserve, the whole thing. I wonder if XRP missed the boat because of that, or didn't get it yet because of all the things have gone through, and they just, not
They missed nothing.
Yeah.
It's Ripple. It's Brad Garlinghouse. It's at
they've just got it
World
up.
Economic Forum. It's at the IMF. They're everywhere. They missed nothing. As far as I'm concerned, those are
It's on purpose.
maybe
They don't want to give Ripple the bank yet, because once they give them the bank, all bets are off.
I guess it's possible. I don't know, but I mean, I find it hard to believe that anybody would be able to move quicker than Ripple could.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of a
their
fear
connections.
factor there, because I think that they want. Well, two things are happening. One, the suppression of the XRP token. They're doing this on purpose. As we know, these big whales are doing this on purpose because they need that price to be low, because they're manipulating and taking so much of it to hold themselves. Knock on wood, you all. And
do you know what we ended up? We just started the new month.
Yep.
$1 billion was released.
Yep.
Do you know? Did we? Jake was saying something about $500 million was kept on the side. I mean, they typically versus the 3. Yeah, exactly. I'm just curious. Maybe they're holding the other 2. Did anybody hear anything on that as to what was going on? I'd be curious to know whether or not they're still holding 2, or did they lock up the 7 like they've been doing, or what?
Please share with us what you know from this information. Bitcoin, the PD coin says XRP don't need the banks. You're right. They don't need the banks. They don't need the banks. But
they have been courting them for years.
Yeah, I think it's not about needing, it's about wanting, and what's going to happen once they are. I think the fear is with XRP, with Ripple, is that they're going to run the world so fast, and that they're going to run so fast with it that no one else will catch up to it. And the fact of the matter is,
nobody can. I mean, honestly, they are the behemoth. Who's going to catch up with Amazon right now? In retail, okay, maybe in Walmart, but Amazon's got a pretty good lead, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you take a look at it, similar situation. You got Ripple, XRP. Who's next after that? XLM. Who is? But even still, XLM.
I think that we're going to see HBAR make a big move.
I'm not arguing with you on that, but HBAR. Yeah, they have their consortium of people that are all on their board and so forth, but
according to
they don't have the same relationship.
Right, XDC would be the sister, but again, it would be shocking to see that come in. I think XDC is probably 5 to 10 years behind that Ripple and XRP.
I mean, just for the front running CEO and the CTO and the Monica Long and everybody else that's there. I mean, they're just such a powerhouse across the board. I mean, you don't find that, with anyone that I know of.
Tremendous weight being held over there for sure. That one guy says the XRP suppression move. Yes, XRP suppression move. And Bitcoin, the PD coin says Charles is mouthing off again also.
Charles Hoskins.
I love Bitcoin, the PD coin. Trinity Yak, thank you for coming back. We love seeing you and being a part of the show.
Yes.
You don't need the banks. Ripple is playing. It's smart. It's playing. It's smart by joining them first.
Yep.
It definitely playing it smart. There's the long game, the short game, and the actual chess game. And I think that with Ripple and XRP, the chess game is coming to light. It's like now the moves, we're starting to understand the game he's playing or they're playing, right? Yeah. Before we couldn't understand, it was like all the pieces are on the side and we could not figure out what is going on. I mean, like you have now the pieces are standing up and we're starting to see the moves being made. Kraken came in with a curveball over here though.
Yeah.
Came with a big curveball. It like took the queen and just like said, okay, queen, let me just let you know what we're doing over here first. And I think, and maybe Brad Garlinghouse knows exactly what's happening. Maybe he is very tight with David Schwartz and Kraken. I wouldn't be surprised if they're somehow connected.
What does David Schwartz and Kraken have to do in common?
Well, David Schwartz is like the Einstein of XRP.
Correct.
And with David Schwartz, I think that all these little, I think David Schwartz might be the real
Satoshi.
Yeah. I think that he is the almighty behind the scenes kind of pulling the strings and lets a couple of
I
people
think he
in.
worked for the CIA. That makes some sense. It probably was a
Did he
CIA.
work for the CIA? Is that right?
I thought he did. Yeah,
That I don't.
that's what, as far as my recollection is, he worked for the CIA.
Let's see. Deplora Badass says, the way I understand Jake, Ripple didn't release the typical amount this month that would find its way to the market yet. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's what you were talking about before.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin the PD Coin says banks are pissed because of Trump. Everybody gets pissed because of Trump, and then they love him. It's like they love to hate him, and then they love to love him. It's one of those things that I shouldn't say everybody. Some people, not everybody.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're speaking for a whole nation.
No. I think
I love him.
I love him too. Majority of people who anyway, if you careful what I say, I don't want to get in trouble over here. That one guy says David wrote the ledger 25 years ago. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I think that he was again, like I think that it's maybe that doesn't come out one day. Maybe it comes on his headstone one day. It says Satoshi, right? And then it'll be like, oh my God, But until then, it's like that Phantom of the Opera. It's like Oz behind the curtain. Who really is. But we're starting to see these pieces come out with the different players, and as these big landmark things happen, like with Kraken, it becomes again goes. I think about my father for a second again, where he tells me that it's not real. Crypto's not real. I want to be like, oh, by the way, we have a bank now. Did you know that? I want to tell him because I don't know what he'd say.
Yeah,
I have to do it in person now.
Yeah,
because over the phone he might hang up on me.
I was gonna say, let me know how that works out for you. But I mean, like we were talking about it too, but at the show prep, we were talking about how we've watched this go to where they now have a bank charter.
Yes,
and how it was nothing 5 years ago, and
it was a lawsuit from hell that was looking to burn it down. Is what it was.
And everybody was saying, I would fire any of my employees. Jamie Dimon, I'd fire any of my employees that were involved with crypto. So I was just saying, now compare that with the internet back in 2020 when everything was imploding in the internet,
right? And
where we are today with the internet. It's sort of funny because.
Well, before 2020, I think you mean like maybe 2000 or something with the internet.
I'm sorry, I meant 2000, not 2020. So that's my point, is that we're all going to be totally, what's the word I'm looking for? We're going to be vindicated.
Yeah,
is what we're going to be. We're going to be vindicated.
And the speed the internet took to get where it is today.
Yep.
I think that the speed of crypto is going to do that at lightning speed compared to that type of timeline.
I agree. Especially with AI.
And this is whole other world.
Yep.
Trinity X says to Satoshi Nakamoto is Satoshi Usika and Rod Nakamoto, old video game developers that hired Hal Finney to create a version of Buckazoid, which Americanized as Bitcoin. Wow, that was a whole lot. I'm going to read that one more time. Satoshi Nakamoto is Satoshi Osaka. And Rod Nakamoto, old video game developers that hired Hal Finney to create a version of the Buckazoid, which Americanized as Bitcoin. Deep stuff. I don't know. I don't know the player. I don't know that whole thing, but I think that's very interesting stuff. Bitcoin the PD Coin says, David was part of Bitcoin Jewish. For sure. Absolutely. And Deplorable Badass says, the only reason for me to own a yacht, I love it, would be to fly a Trump flag on it.
I love that.
I love that. Oh my God. Oh my, in Florida, that's all you see. That's 100% what you see. Trinity X says, Buckazoid was the game currency. Buckazoid was in the game currency from Space Quest 4, created in 1991. Trinity Yak going deep and very knowledgeable in the gaming industry for sure.
I'd love to know the age.
Yeah.
How old is Trinity Yak?
If he knows 1991 gaming, right?
Yeah,
he's got to be close to our age.
I wonder how many Bitcoin he might have.
Oh, amen and hallelujah to brother, man. I hope he does. I hope he does.
Me too.
Trinity X, maybe he sold all his Bitcoin for XRP.
God forbid. Well, I mean,
no, today I would.
Well, I mean, when did he sell? I mean, if it went from if he had 1,000 of them and they went to 100,000
and kept them,
then yeah, he would have done much better than switching than staying with XRP far.
But I think it was Marvin last week said he said that no, actually it wasn't Marvin. It was actually Dave. Oh my gosh, it was our friend. I want to say that wrong. Hold on a second. It was where's our friend over here? Uncle Buster. I think Uncle Buster said last week that how many XRP. It was like 49,000 XRP was one Bitcoin or something like that. And to own that much XRP today, I would take it all day long and invest it in the.
Yeah, but if you had the chance when Bitcoin was at 17 cents.
Yeah, well.
I'm sorry, when XRP was at 17 cents and Bitcoin was going for $1,000.
Right.
You were a lot better off being in the Bitcoin at that point in time.
100%. I think Bitcoin's a lot better time.
2020.
I think Bitcoin's a lot better time until the last year.
Yeah.
And I think since then now it's a flip. As a matter of fact, they talked about it on the news. There was a thing you sent me about. They said today it's better to invest in XRP because of the upscale on XRP versus investing in Bitcoin.
I agree,
and we've been talking about that for the last year. Let me jump back into you guys over here. Trinity Yak has a big smile on his face, and Bitcoin and Petey Quinn says you can all buy your property on my website with crypto. Hey, Bitcoin and Petey Quinn.
I like that.
I want to be one of the first. Uncle Buster XRP says it's all planned out because all these projects are building their own lane. We're waiting for the lanes to come together. Quant, XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algo, Link, BNB are all the big 8 with a bunch of layers underneath. And Trinity X says, when I got into Bitcoin, it was free. Holy shnikes.
Wow.
Oh my God. Amen, brother. I'm so happy for you. That's the first time I've heard that before. I've never heard it being free. I still remember touching on Bitcoin, someone asking me to buy Bitcoin. I still remember it. And I remember someone telling me that you can buy, I think it was at Domino's. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone said you could buy a pizza at Domino's with Bitcoin.
No, that was the history. That historically, some guys bought a pizza.
Yes.
And
was that a Domino's though?
That was a Domino's.
I'm not kidding when I say to you, I don't remember what year it was. I mean, I was younger, much younger. And I was working for my father. And someone had asked me, do you want to buy Bitcoin? And then one of the guys who worked for us said, I'm buying Bitcoin. And I'm like, not interested. And like, yeah, you can start. I'm like, what am I going to use that for versus dollars? I mean, like,
Yeah.
But wow. Let's see. Hold on a second.
It's a great story, though.
Great story.
He must have mined him. I bet you he mined him.
Uncle Buster says, no, you weren't. And Uncle Buster says, Bitcoin was 4K when XRP was 17 cents.
Well, there you go.
Okay. And then that one guy says, it gonna happen with or without clarity. Treasury will make it happen. I happen to absolutely agree with that one guy. It's definitely happening with or without. They're either going to get on the train. Dude. Yeah, they're either going to get on a train or they're going to be late to the party.
I agree with that.
Yeah, Bitcoin. The Petey Quinn says it's all done. It's all a done deal. Don't keep XRP on exchange. And I'm happy you mentioned that. And I think actually Uncle Buster was talking about that on his show because I was listening, and he said and this is a question for all you guys. Like I have several platforms I keep stuff on, right? Separated, all this and that. So you got some on your Uphold, you got some on your Gemini, you got some on your Caleb and Brown. You kind of separated a little bit all to have in different places. But is it bad to keep it on Uphold? Do you want to take it off Uphold right away? Like, having it on there, I like that I can look at it. Not that I can't look at it anywhere else. Oh, my Decent wallet also got in the Decent wallet. I think I need to start moving these on my Decent wallet more instead of keeping it on Uphold. There's this thing though, when you open up your Uphold app and you see a couple of shekels in there, you know what I mean? It's kind of like helps you watch the flow, but you see it going up and down. I mean, more down than up actually over the last X amount of time. But I definitely need to be more conscious about that, Bitcoin to PD coin. I appreciate you saying that.
Yes, good point.
Yeah, very good point. Very good point. Because if it's on an exchange and things go sideways and that you can't touch it, you can't access it, it's gone. I mean, can they do that to you?
Sure.
I mean, that's the part.
They've done it before. How many times?
Well, they froze them, but you didn't lose it though.
Well, I mean, if you have a hack, you lose them.
A hack, yes, but not outside of a hack. Can they take it from you?
Well, I don't know that they would take it from you, but they might make it where the exchanges, if they go down, then what? For all intents and purposes, you don't have access to it.
Good point. Good point. All right. We have to make some more moves.
Yeah.
We have to move my couple of shekels from Uphold onto my decent wallet again or somewhere else. Keep moving it around. Keep moving it around. Let's see over here. I got Trinity X says, do us a favor and Google the Buckazoid coin logo from 1991. All right, I'm in. Buckazoid coin. Let me just make sure I spell that right. Hold on a second.
Yeah, don't ask me to spell it.
No, he's got it for me right here. Thank God. Hold on. Buckazoid coin.
How old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
1991.
Ballpark.
Okay, so I'm going to read what it says first, and then I'm going to go to the image. Oh, hold on a second. It says, let's actually go to the image first. Oh, wow. All right, so this is what the Buckazoid coin is showing right there. Okay, that's the image of it. Pretty cool stuff, huh? And then it says over here,
it's gold like a Bitcoin, you mean?
It says the 1991 Buckazoid is the fictional in-game currency featured in the adventure game Space Quest 4, Roger Wilco and Time Rippers, released in 1991. It features a B symbol. Oh, wow. Wow, mind being blown. It features a B symbol noted for its striking resemblance to the modern Bitcoin logo, and is featured in a cryptocurrency meme coin movement.
Wow, interesting.
The facts about 1991 Buckazoid. Oh, and Trinity X is 40, so he's young. He's young. That's impressive. It says key facts in 1991 Buckazoid source. It is a in-game currency from Space Quest series, which was coined by Sierra Online, specifically in Space Quest 4, 1991. Appearance. The coin in the game features a large letter B with two vertical lines, similar to the Bitcoin logo, and used to purchase items in the game. So what you're saying to me is, just so I understand it, this idea of this, I'm going to pull the Buckazoid coin up if this is clear, right? I see the B, I see the spaceship. The fact that there was something already there, to have out there, because there's no real, and that's another cool thing is, we have those coins that I got for us, like the Bitcoin and the XRP coin. Yeah. There's no real coins out there that are real coins that you actually touch and feel. No.
It's representation.
We have that whole thing going down with
you got 5 minutes, man. Finish it up.
It's okay. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. I love this information. This is great stuff. I want to do a show on Monday, and I want your feedback. Okay, I'd like you to tell us what you'd like us to do the show on specifically. What coin? I was thinking about doing a show going back into an X bar again because I'm sorry, H bar. X bar. Just changed the name. H bar. A little deeper dive into H bar as it's really getting a big push. I would say. Would you agree with me on that? Do you guys agree? Or is there something outside of that? Because we just did Canton, we did Zebic, we haven't touched another couple other coins. There's a lot of great. As a matter of fact, where's that list that we had from last week? Did we move that list of all our friends get shared with us? That's not on the paper.
You wrote it on the paper yesterday. You didn't like my penmanship, so you rewrote it.
Okay, I don't have it in front of me. Oh, here you go. Is that it right here? Spark, Pyth, Celestia, JPM coin, XCN, and PRZCN. So, I got some more information over here. Bitcoin and PD coins is I can't get the word out. Economist
1987
magazine beats that. Look at the who developers of that game were. Okay. Who developers game of the game were of the Trinity. Hold on, Trinity. Hold on a second. Who are the developers? Bokazoid Coin 1991.
I'll try to put that on for you, Dave.
Developers.
Just so they don't get kicked off.
Who are the developers? It says keynote details. Design alleged developers recent internet lore humorously point the names Satoshi Usaka, and Rod Nakamoto, and developers associated with the game. Thank you, Trinity Yak. That's good stuff, man. Really good stuff right there. And Trinity Yak says on HBAR, Hashgraph will be amazing. All right, we're going to definitely touch on that heavily on Monday. And anything else you guys want to see and talk about. And Economist Magazine beats that. So going to the 1991 Economist Magazine with the Phoenix, the 80s,
maybe 88,
yeah.
87. I forget.
Bitcoin to Bitcoin is like always on point when it comes to that stuff too. I love it. This is really good information. You guys are awesome. I want to thank you so much all for being on the show today. Thank you. One more thing again, if you haven't seen it already, please check it out. Please share. There's a link should be involved over here attached to the Intro to Crypto podcast here. And if it's not, please let me know. The TheIntroToCrypto.com / is going to be a place for you to buy and pick up the new team Intro to Crypto hoodie. We would be grateful for you to buy it, love it, and wear it. We would love to see you in it and represent it. It would mean the world to us.
Ours are coming in the mail.
We ordered ourselves. Hopefully it'll be here soon. There's a discount code for all of you on there. It's the Intro to Crypto is your discount code. Deplorable Badass, I want to thank you so much for being an amazing person. Number one. Great pickup on that hoodie. Appreciate you so much. Bitcoin to PD Coin since 1988. Knew it. Bitcoin to PD Coin says XRP, XLM, XDC. I'll write it down over here. XLM, XDC, and HBAR and Canton. Right. We love Canton. HBAR and Canton. Right. And Uncle Buster says XRP all over those. XCN is good. All right. So I want to just get more information out there for not only us, but for you guys. And there's so many other people who watch our show, for them to get a chance to learn about these coins and for us to do a little more research as well and try to be prepared. So we will see you on Monday later in the day, between around 5 o'clock in that ballpark. I want to thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend. Let's see what happens with banks, XRP, and what develops over the weekend. I have a feeling something is going to get a little bit exciting between now and then. Just a guess. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
See you guys Monday. Thank you so much again. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone.
The best. Thank you. Oh, Deplorable Badass says, I don't see the link for the shirt. It should be there in the comments. It's not a link that's a separate. It's actually in the oh my gosh.
See it on yours?
When you go to, it should be in the bottom under our verbiage over there. Let's see. Updates. It should, in the language, in the, what's it called? Where it talks about the show for today.
The notes of the
notes of the show. Anyway, go to TheIntroToCrypto.com / please. That should be where you find the hoodies. If you don't, let me know. You can even send me a text message. I'm happy to give you my cell number. I know it sounds crazy. 203-671-7062. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being a part of our lives, and we'll talk to you soon. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. You guys go over here throwing some stuff at me fast. Deplorable Badass says the church. That one guy says, shovel some snow. The snow's finally melting. Deplorable Badass says, never mind, brother. We love you. We appreciate you. It's on there, just not in the blue. I apologize. It's supposed to be. It's on me. And Uncle Buster says XPR, not XRP. XPR. All right, I'm going to check XPR out. And I'm going to see you on the show on Sunday. Uncle Buster's show.
good.
Don't forget, Uncle Buster's on Sunday.
2 o'clock our time.
Well,
Eastern.
2:11 Eastern, 11:11 Pacific. Tuesdays at 8:55 Pacific. I'm sorry, 8:55 Eastern and 5:55 Pacific.
Perfect.
All right. Talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful
Thank you,
night.
guys.
Thank you so much for being a part of the
Bye.
show. We love you guys. Thank you.